Hello, this is Juniper of Solavi Studio, and today I would like to talk about receiving again. Because this is a big one. There were times while I was married for almost a decade of my life where I found myself to be really particular. And in that decade of my life, I had 2 children and a husband, and everyone had their own way of doing things. And especially when my children were small, and I would ask them to sweep the kitchen or sweep something, and they were learning. And what I noticed is as they were learning how to use a broom and how to gather up the remnants into the dustpan, they didn't always do it perfectly. Even though I was receiving help, sometimes I found myself like, oh, it looked like you didn't do anything. One time in particular, I'm going to jump back. I remember being in 8th grade, and I had saved up money to buy a special shirt. And as usual, my mother was doing my laundry, but she put the shirt through the dryer, which created damage. And I was angry. And I, in no uncertain terms, told my mother that she ruined my shirt that I had saved up so much money for. And for me, money as a child was hard to come by. It's not something that I had a lot of. And so it was a big deal for me. And at that point, she told me that that she would no longer do my laundry, and it was up to me to do my laundry. It's fair, right? I complained about receiving. Because at this point, trust me, I would love for someone to come and do my laundry and fold it and put it in my room so I could put it away. Like, that would be such a delight. But I complained and was dissatisfied about receiving. Same with when my kids were little. I was dissatisfied about their sweeping skills. Oh, you didn't even try, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I exactly said that, but it was, let me help you with the dustpan, or, hopefully I didn't yell. I don't always have everything, memorized. But there are many times, or, for example, when I would ask my husband to cook dinner. I've cooked dinner for the last 6 nights. Can you please, since this is your day off, please cook dinner tonight? And he would cook something that I didn't really like to eat. Well, I could complain. Or I can appreciate. There's another polarity. You can complain about receiving because it's not what you wanted. Or you can appreciate what you have received because the effort was put forward. It's always our choice. Are we going to complain about what we receive because it wasn't what we wanted? Or can we live in a moment of gratitude and say, thank you so much for cooking dinner because I really appreciate not having to cook tonight. Or even if it's not the best meal that you've ever tasted, thank you, I really appreciate this wonderful meal. You don't have to say delicious if it's not delicious. Don't lie. But it's wonderful because you didn't have to do it. But also in the receiving aspect, do you delegate responsibility? Do you ask for help? Or Are you more like the little red hen? Okay, this was one of the stories that I have clear memories of my grandmother reading to me. She asks for help. Everyone says, oh no, I can't do it. So she does it herself. Do you have the little red hen complex? Do you try to do everything yourself? Because your standards are like this. For example, when I was married, my ex-husband has a completely different way of doing dishes than I do. I have a certain way that I do dishes. Now, I don't put the pots in the dishwater first that has all the like residue from the dinner. No, first of all, I prefer to wash the silverware because that's what you actually stick into your mouth. Second of all, I prefer to do the bowls and plates that you scrape your food off of. And then you do the rest. Personal preference. Right? Wrong? I don't know. He did it in a completely different order. But for me to speak up about it, it ended up being really discouraging him to do the dishes, because if he put the effort forward, if I were to receive the help in the kitchen, he didn't want to catch grief about it. We were separated 9 years ago. So it's been a minute. So it was a learning, it was a stepping. It was a wonderful lesson in how to receive. Because if you criticize, if you complain, if you, oh, that's not good enough, about every little thing that someone does for you as an offering of help, as an offering of, you've got to be tired, you've had a long week, why can't we just receive, even if it's not to our expectations, even if it's not to our perception of how it should be? Here's perception. That's what we think is right. There's not one right. There's not one right way to make a salad. I mean, how many different types of salad can you think of? Potato salad, chicken salad, tuna salad, green salad, Cobb salad, Caesar salad, chicken Caesar salad, on and on and on. I mean, so macaroni salad, so many types of salad. But they're all salads. So if you ask for a salad and somebody makes you a salad, don't complain unless you were really specific. Which brings me to intention. If you intend on creating this, okay, I want to create this thing, but you're not specific about it, such as, I want a salad, and they make fruit salad. I didn't want fruit salad, I wanted Caesar salad. Well, be clear about it. Sit down with a pen and a piece of paper. Write out what you want. Caesar salad, romaine lettuce, Caesar dressing, Parmesan cheese, and whatever else you want on it. Chicken, tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. Anything, be specific. Because if you ask for a salad and they make you a fruit salad, but you were wanting a different type of salad, it's because your expectations were unclear or your communication was not clear. So it's not the other's fault at all, because maybe when you said salad, they were like, oh, I love fruit, and we have so much fruit. Or they're walking through the grocery store and they see this, beautiful melon. I don't know. And today I was walking through the grocery store and I saw this beautiful quart of strawberries. I was like, oh, Yum. Right? So you never know where someone else is. What is, their connection to the word salad is. You don't know. So unless you're really specific with your intentions, unless you're like, oh, okay, I would like to create a drawing. And being in Inktober, SPLAW on Instagram, she did Shadowscapes Tarot. Stephanie, oh, I forgot her first last name, but her second last name is Law. Amazing artist. Amazing. I love her work. I was watching a YouTube of her from a couple days ago, and she was out hiking, sat down and started painting, and I was like, wow. She just has this style that I really appreciate. But she did Shadowscape Tarot. But in her, she's been doing time-lapse videos of her Inktober drawings. But if you go on Instagram and look at Inktober, there's one theme. Today is whale. Yesterday was cruel. All of these words inspire creators in such different ways. It's just one word. One word. But what you come up with the theme of drool is so different for each person, because their perception, their creativity, how they do something is so unique to themselves. So in this aspect of receiving, intention comes along with it. And if your intentions aren't clear, if you ask your loved one who offers to make you dinner and you say, I would really love a salad, it might be worth being a little bit more descriptive, either to your loved one, or if you're working on a creative project, to the universe. Just be a little bit more specific so that you don't, and so that you can anticipate more of what you may receive. But no matter what, appreciate what you receive. Even if your 2-year-old, 5-year-old does a crap job of sweeping around the cat litter box, around the wood stack that was by the wood stove, around whatever, appreciate the effort, because they are trying, either through delegation or just thinking of you, to make things better for you. Or if it's a creative project that you weren't specific enough about, and you did receive something out of those efforts, you got something. Hallelujah. That's my thought for today. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and blessings on your day.